Hello everyone, this is Leveled Up Gaming. That might change soon, but well, we'll see. I'm going to do my best today and try and walk you through what the hell has been going on with No Man's Sky and just kind of talking about the controversy, quote unquote, surrounding the game and what's really been going on and why it's been getting the press that it has. This isn't really going to be an edited video or anything, it's just going to be pretty much talking you through chronologically what's been going on. I'm not going to be doing a review or anything. This isn't how to play the game. It's just me simply trying to walk you through and explain to you what's been going on, if you've seen a bunch of the questions being raised about the game and such. So let's start from the very beginning. No Man's Sky was being talked about for years. It had tons of delays. Finally came out on Tuesday, August 9th, and it had a very rough introduction just to players, and it really wasn't what people thought it was going to be. From the beginning, Hello Games, the creators, Sean Murray, had been telling us what the game was going to be and was trying to lower the hype because the hype was just so big for this game that people really ended up getting hurt by it. And he knew people would get hurt by it because that's typically what happens. But he was telling us from the beginning what the game was, but the problem is that it's nothing more than what the game is. Like, people usually say, oh, it's about this, but then, of course, you'll take that base concept and there'll be things that stem from it, and you can do other things with that concept, but it's pretty much just exactly what he said, nothing more, nothing less. It is basically word for word what he told us, aside from multiplayer, and we'll get to that a little later. You've seen the problems surrounding that. But that's why people were really getting hurt. People were thinking, it's going to be an open world. You could just go to your friends, you could just find them, do quests together, have a story that takes you from the outer of the galaxy all the way to the center, and you could just have a great time with your friends and just, have a story that guides you there. It's not at all like that, really. You start on the edge of the galaxy, and it's up to you whether you want to get to the center or how you want to do it, for that matter. You don't have to get to the center, you don't have to do anything in the game if you really don't want to. It's just an open world and you do whatever you want because it's a survival game at the center of it. All you really have to do is just upgrade your parts to stay alive, and that's it. That's all you have to do in the game. But that's pretty much all there is. You just mine, get resources, stay alive, and just wander around the galaxy trying to go wherever you want to go. But of course some people have been upset about that, because that's pretty much all there is. It's very grindy. It's not a tremendous amount to do if you're not that type of person that likes to do grindy games and just do the same thing over and over again. For some people, that's they love doing that. Like Destiny players like myself, I don't really have a problem with that. It's not an action-packed game whatsoever. It's not like a Call of Duty or Battlefield. It's nothing like that. It's like Minecraft in the sense that it's up to you to create your own story. And that's really what gets the game going. It really relies on you having an imagination and creating the story for yourself, which is something that there's a big misconception about the game for many people who bought it. So for that reason, people have been canceling pre-orders, people have been returning it, saying it sucks because people just really extrapolated to things that weren't there and they weren't told, and they ended up getting hurt by it. The hype killed this game in a lot of ways. So now, 2 days after the game has come out, there's been much more controversy because and there are many videos of Sean Murray, the creator of the game, saying that the only way to see what yourself looked like in the game would be to meet up with someone else on another planet, though he said the chances of doing that were almost none. It's nearly impossible. However, on the first day of the game being out, two streamers ended up finding each other, and they went to the same exact location in the game, yet they couldn't see each other. They tried tons and tons of different things to try and find each other, and yet they just did not appear on each other's screens. And then I think I saw another person try to do it with someone else, and they couldn't see each other either. So people were naturally wondering, well, what's going on here? Why can't we see each other? And they asked the devs a bunch of times, and they have yet to respond. 2 days after the game has come out, they will not say why people have not been able to see each other, whether it's just server or game mechanic failure and that's something they can patch, or just will resolve itself in a couple of days, or whether it's a feature that was taken out of the game. They refused to say. They have not said anything. They've been silent about it, not even saying no comment. They just have given nothing, whether it be on Twitter or the website or anything. So that's pretty concerning to most people about why this big feature's not in there, and many people were buying this for the multiplayer aspect of it. Yet from the beginning, he's been saying it's not a multiplayer game. Yet people pretty much took that and just kind of forgot about it and said, "Oh, there's gonna be multiplayer in it," and they were hurt when it did not have it. So that's the biggest part of this game that has been hurting people. Also, something else that is now going to be probably an issue coming up. The PC version of the game is coming out tomorrow on Friday. It comes out at 1 p.m. Eastern, I believe, 6 GMT, and that would make it, ooh, how does time work? 4 p.m. Pacific, and you can just do the conversion from there for yourself. So yeah, one problem with that is that there's no preloading, and most games on Steam will give you the option to preload the game, and you can play it or the second it comes out. Yet it's not going to be like that for No Man's Sky, and at 1 p.m. or whatever, then you start downloading and get to play. And that might not sound like a problem to most of you, but the problem is that most other games do that, and a lot of people have been wondering now, is that meaning that some last minute big changes are coming to the games? They don't have a final version of it yet to release. They just want to make some big changes to it. But since they've been so silent with us, they haven't really told us what changes could be going on with the game. So people don't really know at this point what they're buying. So that's kind of scary for a lot of people trying to play this game. And I think it's just really not good from a community standpoint, not telling your fans what's going on, and especially if features are missing. So that's a big thing that's been going on with the PC release of the game. People have been canceling their PC pre-orders and stuff. Of course, once the game comes out, there will be people modding it. You can add whatever you want in mod. People are definitely going to be going through the game files to see, is there multiplayer? What does our character look like? What is really going on with this game? That will hopefully help the PS4 version of the game as well, so we can really know what we just bought. As well as that, there's also about the multiplayer in particular. Some versions of the game, I think limited edition copies of it, had a sticker on the back of it that all copies of the game say like co-op or online optional, but then there was a sticker of the limited edition ones that said it was going to have like multiplayer, and you were going to be able to meet up with people or something. There's a multiplayer icon, but then a sticker had been put over that, and it took off the multiplayer icon. So people didn't know at first. They were just like, okay, I guess it's just, it's a multiplayer game, maybe not. But then they took the sticker off, and they saw that there was an extra, like a big thing that said this is a multiplayer game, but that had been covered up. People are now wondering, does that mean multiplayer was taken out of the game, or just at least the ability to see other people at the last minute, and they never told us? Those are the big parts I've seen about this game. This has basically been me rambling for 10 minutes. I would love to thank you right now for listening to me. If you have any other questions, I'm happy to do my best at answering them in the comments below. These are really the big points people have been concerned about. There are tons of nitpicky things like just bugs, game crashing, not much variety. That's all up to you to decide for yourself. Some people don't mind it, some people do mind it to the point where they returned it. This game is pretty much, from a review standpoint, even though this isn't a review, you either like it is your kind of game, or it's really not, and you're not going to have any fun with it. I'll leave that for you to decide. That's just basically the controversy surrounding this game, and me doing my best to explain the backstory behind it and where it comes from, and just more information about it. Thank you for watching though. Tomorrow I will have a video coming for you guys, Black People on Xbox Season 2, Episode 2. If you want to check that out, Episode 1 came out last Friday. They are coming out every Friday at, I think I said it, at 8 o'clock. If you want to check that out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later. Peace.